let's talk about leadership. I wanted to shoot a video on leadership for some time, and I'm going to talk candidly out on my walk tonight right now, so this is going to be a special treat, man. You may not have the desire to study leadership because you say, oh, I don't have anyone to lead, I don't have a team, I'm not a manager, I'm not a standout, I'm not a leader yet. When I'm talking about leadership, it's not about managing a team or leading a group or leading a company yet. It's about leading yourself. Leading the most important person in the world, yourself. Because if you don't lead yourself, then guess what? You're a drifter. And drifters they just go wherever the wind blows them, man. I can't ever think of a successful drifter in my life. Maybe Jack Kerouac, who wrote that amazing book, On the Road, but he was a drifter, but he had a purpose of becoming an author, and he did. So, leadership is such a profound topic, and I'm going to talk candidly about it. So, General Patton, he was one of the greatest generals of all time. Maybe the greatest general of all time. And he was in the U.S. military back during World War II, for those who haven't followed him. And this guy, he commanded respect and leadership qualities like possibly no other man in history. And General Patton, he's probably one of the most amazing pull from the front leaders there's ever been. And Patton talked about qualities of leadership and how the reason and how he became the way he was is, well, one way is from reading. As leaders are readers. They reading tremendously amount of material, and then applying the material, and practicing the material. And Patton said that, by being a leader, you got to act like a leader, right? It starts by the way we carry ourselves and present ourselves, dressing like a leader, walking like a leader, talking like a leader. One of the challenges that Patton's talked about is he asked his men to dig a ditch one day, and he wanted to pick a new leader, like a new promotion from his crew, to become a high-ranked official. So he said, "Men, I want you to dig a ditch for me. Right? Put it over here." He planted in like a secret way he could kind of see and hear what they were talking about. It was like a secret microphone that he could hear what they were saying. So he listened to the conversation, and it went a little bit like this. He said, first, one of the men would say, "I wonder why he wants to have this ditch." Then another man would say, "Yeah, it's too cold, or it's too hot, or it's just, not the right climate to dig this ditch, or the pan's too hard." Another man would say, "Oh, this is just, I'm an official, or I'm an important rank officer in the military. Why does he want me digging a ditch? This is below my standards." And this kind of bickering would go back and forth between the men for some time. And then finally, Patton says that one man would come forward and he would say, "Men, I don't know why that old SOB, pardon my French, but SOBs, but the old SOB wants this ditch, but who cares why the old man wants the ditch dug? Let's just get in there, dig it, get it over with, so we can get the heck out of here and get the job done for the old man and, call it a day." And Patton says that it's important that leaders, they're not just people who kiss up and are just saying whatever, the right thing needs to be said because that's what they think people should want to hear. They say and do, right, what they believe. They have convictions. They're prima donnas. They're very passionate about it. And so They may not have the right thing. They may have called the old man an SOB behind his back. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because he went out and he said, I'm going to get the job done. We're going to get it done. And he spoke exactly the way he felt was right. He was himself, 100% authentic. He wasn't trying to kiss up or be a pansy or somebody that he wasn't. So Patton said that was the man who got the job. The guy who just sacked up and said, let's do it. Let's get it done and get the heck out of here. So as a leader, we've got to lead ourselves first. And by leading ourselves first, it's about taking initiative. Taking the initiative of going out and doing the thing without anyone telling you to do it. Getting up and just going out and doing it. Maybe there's no one that's going to see the results that you do. But I'm telling you, it's by building the habit, by building that habit inside of yourself, just for the purpose of developing the initiative, that you become a great leader. And we start by leading ourselves. Start by leading ourselves first. That's really what it comes down to. And in one of my favorite books, especially for any new people to read, The Magic of Thinking Big. My mentor, he got this book. This is the very first book he got when he was 15 years old that he fell in love with. He's like, school books, forget it, trash. Magic of Thinking Big, oh, I want it. I gotta have it. And in The Magic of Thinking Big, talks about giving yourself a pep talk. Talking to yourself in the morning, looking to yourself in the mirror and saying what you like about yourself. I'm enthusiastic. I'm excited. I'm happy. I talk about abundance. I talk about the things I want and dreams and ideas. So it's very important to be a leader. We've got to lead ourselves from the front, pulling ourselves forward to the direction where we want to go, and giving ourselves these pep talks. I do it every day. I say, I call myself G-Man. It's like an alter ego. I'm going to shoot a video on an alter ego, but I say, G-Man, we can do this. Like, you're a winner. You're enthusiastic. People love you. You've accomplished so many goals. You can do this. I gotta give myself a pep talk every morning and every night before I go to bed, to remind myself of the greatness that is and is to come. So it's very important that you do that as well. All right, so thank you for watching, subscribing, done.